Berehynia is one of the most well-known, yet simultaneously one of the most mysterious and controversial figures in Ukrainian mythology. She was considered a water nymph, a mountain fairy, an evil deity, a goddess of goodness and beauty, the Great Mother, protector of domestic comfort, and even a sacred oak forest. One of the most famous modern depictions of Berehynia is that of a woman with her hands raised to the sky. If you're already familiar with the image of Berehynia, please share your knowledge in the comments. If not, continue watching to learn more. There are various interpretations regarding who Berehynia might have been, what she might have looked like, and what functions she fulfilled. The earliest written mentions of Berehynia date back to the 14th and 15th centuries. These references indicate that in ancient times the Slavs worshipped Perun, Hors, Vili, Mokosh, Upyrs, and Berehynias. From this, one can conclude that Berehynias were likely nature spirits. However, there is no consensus on the specific natural locations where Berehynias dwell. Some scholars link the name of this character to the Slavic word bereg, which means waterside, suggesting that Berehynias lived on the riverbanks and thus were river spirits similar to water nymphs. Others pointed out that the older meaning of the word bereg is mountain or hill, leading to the theory that Berehynias could have been mountain spirits, thus making the comparison to water nymphs questionable. Some argued that it had nothing to do with bereg, but with the word Berehynia, that means protection, so Berehynia could be a benevolent protective deity opposing the evil spirits Upyrs. Others claim that Berehynia was not a mythical being at all, but a role that women played during agricultural rituals in certain regions of Ukraine. By the way, I'll tell you about Upyrs in one of the upcoming videos, so be sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss it. The academic debate was rather dull since there were no detailed descriptions of Berehynias and their functions, and all versions were mere guesses and assumptions. However, towards the end of the 20th century, Ukrainian writers added new dimensions to the myth. Thanks to some of them, the image of Berehynia took on an entirely new meaning: a goddess protector, the mother of all things earthly, and almost the patroness of Ukraine and the embodiment of femininity. During a wave of national revival, Berehynia quickly became a popular symbol. Claims arose that she was an ancient Ukrainian goddess, and her image, a woman with hands raised to the sky, could be found among artifacts of the Tripolian culture and in traditional embroidery. Some even suggested that the national emblem, the trident, was a transformed Berehynia. Of course, scholars debunk all these versions, but it doesn't stop the modern image of Berehynia from remaining highly popular in Ukraine. After all, let's admit it, a goddess protector and the Great Mother look much more intriguing than a water or mountain spirit. As Voltaire once said, if God did not exist, it would be necessary to invent him. It seems that the mythical figure of Berehynia has undergone precisely such a transformation. So which version of Berehynia do you prefer? And what are your thoughts on the debate about her origins? Write it in the comments.